Hi everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Puzzle Agent 2. If you recall, Sheriff Bog was very unhelpful, but we took a hint from Glory Davner and decided to break into his office to try to get to his files. So we're in the office. Help Nelson get to the other side of the room unseen. Drag the office furniture around to block the light sources and create a safe path for Nelson to walk through. And get used to it because they do this type of puzzle a couple of times. The main thing we need to work on is getting this over in this corner. Once we get this sofa over in this corner, we're in good shape. But what we need to do is block off all three of these windows. If you notice, those windows will cast light all the way across the room. So we need to create a dark path that leads from the door to the filing cabinet. So anyway, now that I've been sliding this around, I can hit reset. Won't affect my score any. And as I said, we want to get this piece down here. Works out best that way. So we slide that out of the way, move that there. Then this can go up and over. This can block that, and that can block that right there. And he should just take the straight path there. We'll have at least one more of those throughout the course of this game. The key to the puzzle is get the upside down L couch to the lower right corner of the room. From there, the rest of the pieces can be arranged to block out the rest of the lights. Now let's get to the files. That was an ominous looking shadow in the room.
Hello, Agent Tethers.
Cripes! Sheriff Bog! How long have you been standing?
Randall Scruffman told me you might be paying my office a visit.
I'm sorry, it's just I really needed to see how bad this missing person problem is.
Everything I got about missing people is in those files.
Thanks.
Morale. It's what you do with it. Just in case that motivator sign back there. Well, anyway, we can click around all we want, but guess what? One piece of gum, one interactable
I wonder
object.
if the rest of the Scoggins police force is as competent as Sheriff Bog.
Lord help us if that's their limit. And then, outside of that, we can't look at this. That would be neat if it lets you read all the little things on there. Kind of hard to read, though. But we can talk to Sheriff Bog.
Did Glory Davner ever tell you she suspected the Brotherhood of being involved in the disappearances?
Glory's a confused young lady. The Brotherhood helps people, whether it's with personal troubles or with what the fancy doctors call an addiction to puzzles.
She told me that you're working with the Brotherhood.
Rumors. Unprovable rumors. Just find what you need in those files and then be on your way.
So while he's grumpy, he's not going to, interfere with our investigation. Which is good. Because while he may be useless, and you see the files...
With all due respect, Sheriff, these files aren't exactly comprehensive. There are no dates.
What's in the files is everything I got, Tethers.
But now, missing persons. Discover the secret message. You remember this puzzle from earlier, right? Well, now we have the files have provided rules for it. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If we could have been rewarded by doing other puzzles or searching hidden locations or something like that to slowly get, fed these rules, I would have liked this a lot better. It would have felt a lot more, like investigating. Imagine that, doing some investigations as an FBI agent. But such is life. Anyway, the notes on the missing persons. Isaac was the last to be kidnapped before Daryl, who was kidnapped last. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Ted was not kidnapped fourth. Will was not kidnapped first. So let's go back and forth here because it's easier to describe it this way. Isaac was last to be kidnapped before Daryl, who was kidnapped last. So obviously we need Daryl last and Isaac above him. And you notice these little numbers here correspond to the letters above them and they get filled in there. So we go back to the rules. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted, but Ted was not kidnapped fourth. Well, if there are two before him, he could only be kidnapped third or fourth. So there you go. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before him, but we have no mention of Barney. Barney is the fourth slot is the only one we have left. So let's go back to the rules. Will was not kidnapped first. Will must have been kidnapped second. And suddenly we have this word right here, which is actually pronounced Teterdottir. Yeah, go figure. Missing persons. Could have been such a good puzzle, but they... Ugh. Getting the known relationships of when certain people went missing, you were able to piece together the order. But what could Teterdottir mean?
Aha! It spells a name? Teterdottir.
Did you say Teterdottir?
Maybe?
That's probably Melkorka Teterdottir. And she's a strange one. Keeps to herself. Nobody in town really knows her.
Is she one of the missing people?
Missing? Nah, I can't say anyone would miss her. She lives in the old Teterson house over on the west side of town, near Valda's Inn.
Then I'd better find out what she knows about all these disappearances.
Putting my furniture back in order and fix the lock on your way out, Tethers.
Oh, I think we can talk to him and get some more info.
What do you know about this woman, Melkorka Teterdottir?
Korka? It's like I said, she lives on the west side of town near Valda's. Any more than that, you'll have to find out from her directly.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We can click around, but there's nothing we can actually do. We don't actually have to put his furniture back or fix his lock. I'm guessing the game automatically does that for us, even though fixing the lock would have been one hell of a puzzle to throw at us. So now let's go to the next area that we've been pointed towards and go visit Korka. Melkorka. Once again, a new person and a new location. I don't think much is gonna trigger here. I think I've got most of the gum it'll let me have.
At least the eraser factory's up and running again. Scoggins' only exports are erasers and weirdness.
Yeah, the factory is still running. Go figure. Anyway, in the door.
Assuming Sheriff Bog wasn't sending me on another wild goose chase, I've arrived at the house of the mysterious Melkorka. I'm still not sure how she ties into the disappearances, but she's the only lead I've got. According to the sheriff's description, she sounds like a recluse, probably the town's resident gossipy spinster.
Or not.
Good evening, Agent Tethers. I see you found my note. Quickly, come inside before they see us.
Okay, person of indeterminate accent. At least originally here.
I see you're a puzzle fan, Ms. Teterdottir?
I dabble, keeps the brain sharp. And my friends call me Korka. I would hope you're a friend, Agent Tethers. Can I get you a drink? Or a crossword?
Just the facts, ma'am.
So yeah, her accent eventually settled on Russian, but it took her a second to get there. Whoops. I hate this house. It always makes me click on the door when I don't want to. Go back in. Get back in there. Go face down the beautiful woman here. Be a man, Tethers. And there are a couple of non-essential puzzles, and I did it again! Son of a... Get back in there. I gotta stop clicking on that spot. Just looks like such a good spot to click and there's a piece of gum on the sofa. Well, apparently gum helps her concentrate too. But let's start looking around the place and clicking the magnifying glasses here.
Board games, and they're all for 2 players only. Marry me. Oh, I mean, you should try the new strategy game, Marry Me. It's fun for the whole family.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she looks like a family person there, doesn't she? As in the wants to start one, maybe? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that joke, folks. Never mind.
Is this the latest from Hanji Monosaki?
Rated 4 dragons, they said. Monosaki-sensei's lost his edge.
I thought it was kind of tricky.
And now, puzzles!
This looks like some kind of puzzle.
What are the next 2 digits in this sequence? Digits in space. Well, you can see this 31, 41, 59, 26. However, that's not what that's not what this sequence actually is. First, get rid of the spaces. Numbers in space, yeah, get rid of all the spaces. So you have 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, question mark. And then, if you still don't quite understand what's going on around here, this is the sequence for pi. If you put a decimal point in here, they should have put a star or something right here to make it even more blatant, but 3.141592.6. Then the next 2 digits are 5, 3. I like that puzzle, even though it's one of those where you facepalm immediately after seeing it because you've been staring at it for 10 minutes and... yeah. Yep. The first 8 non-rounded digits of pi. The next 2 are 5, 3.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
No, it wasn't. So let's try the next one, shall we?
Huh. This town really is full of puzzles.
Coins in a box. In the first box is a penny. The second box is a dime, and the third box is a penny and a dime. What coin goes in the fourth box? Well, if you look, we've got 1, 10, 11, and a question mark. Now, there are 2 steps to this puzzle. First, realizing what the coin values are, and second, realizing that this is actually binary. So you have 1, then 1, 0, then 1, 1, and the next one would be 1, 0, 0. Well, out of it you get a penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and a dollar coin. So the dollar coin is 100 cents, so we click on it as the answer to the puzzle. So many stamps. Coin values represent successive binary numbers. Penny's 1, dime is 10, penny and dime is 11, dollar is 100.
Done. That wasn't so bad.
No, it wasn't. But for now, we need to cut the video. When we come back, we'd have a talk with Miss Teterdottir. Until then, take care, folks. See you later.